The man with no name, otherwise known as Blondie, the man that terrorizes the bads and the uglies. Rooster Cogburn, toughest, fearless marshal that runs the Western Territories.
Who is deadliest? To find out, our world-class fighters are testing history's most lethal weapons. Using 21st century science, we'll see what happens when the two warriors go toe-to-toe. No rules, no safety, no mercy. It's a duel to the death to decide who is the deadliest warrior.
Our experts have returned to the Fictional Fight Club to kick off the second season of Deadliest Fictional Warrior.
Season 2, it's going to be bigger, badder, bloodier, and more explosive, and it's great to be back in the Fictional Fight Club.
I think the season's going to be very exciting. I can't wait to get it started.
I gotta play. Nah, I'm just screwing with you. I can't wait. It's gonna be bigger and better. Can't wait.
To start off the biggest, bloodiest, most explosive season yet, our experts are taking a journey back in time to the Old West. There we'll ask a classic question. If the man with no name confronted Rooster Cogburn, which iconic gunfighter would win? Medical consultant and prospective Marine, Jason Basilone.
Edge, man with no name.
Chief tactician and test coordinator, Bruce Octavius.
I'm going to go with the man with no name on this. I think he's bringing greater range and firepower to this fight, and that's why I think he's going to win.
Head researcher and simulations programmer, Clovis DesChelles.
I'm going to go with the man with no name because his fighting skills are superior to Rooster. Hence, I give my edge to the man with no name.
The man with no name is a mysterious lone gunman who wanders the Western Territories doing whatever he wants and getting rid of anyone that gets in his way. Rooster Cogburn, on the other hand, is a Civil War veteran and current U.S. Marshal, charged with keeping order in the Oklahoma Territory. So, if these two iconic gunfighters ever got into a duel, who would emerge the victor, and who would meet their death? To find the first Deadliest Fictional Warrior of Season 2, we'll start with special weapons. The man with no name brings dynamite, a Nobel way to start the season.
Well, the dynamite is the first weapon we have in our lineup, and I expect to see a big boom, so I can't wait to see the test.
Man with no name, we better step outside to the blast wall. Let's see what this son of a bitch can do. Alright, man with no name, set it up and let it rip. 3, 2, 1, go!
Her name on the grave is Arch Stanton.
Arch Stanton? Are you sure?
Yeah, sure, I'm sure.
Awesome way to start this season, baby.
Indeed, that was a very nice, clever way to light that dynamite.
With the cigar. So
Classy, very
he wins
classy.
some style points, but let's take a look at the damage over here. I don't see much.
Yeah, just gigantic hole.
Lots of debris, lots of... I mean,
It achieved its purpose.
if someone's at the epicenter of that, I mean,
Yeah, they're gone.
that's it. And
Or if they're standing across a bridge, the bridge gets blown up. There's no way for them to cross the river.
And it's not only the blast and the fire you have to worry about, because even if you're on the edge, the fire might hit you. You have to worry
Yeah.
about the frag, too.
Yeah, indeed.
So, it's an excellent way to kick off the season, isn't it?
Exactly.
Well done, man of non-A.
Rooster Cogburn is unfazed by the flames. The greener coach gun. One shotgun shell a day keeps the pests at bay.
Well, we've got a big-ass shotgun here.
I like to see the damage this one does.
12 gauge. Let's go out to the range.
After you.
Okay, thank you very much. Oh, it's so good to get back.
Correct me if I'm wrong, but I think this is the first range test of the new season.
Indeed it is. So, Rooster, you better do something worthy of the occasion.
And we spent lots of money improving it.
So, okay. Rooster, fire when ready on 3, 2, 1, go.
Well, friend, that's it. No hard feelings. The hell there ain't.
Well, have some nice shooting. Well done, Doc. What do you say? I think you put all the targets down.
Definitely, because 50 feet or less, you can do lots of damage. Maybe you can hit some 100 yards, maybe, or so, but, you know.
Remember, this is a shotgun, so the closer you get, the more the grouping is going to kill you. I'd say anything within that 50 feet is guaranteed kill.
Absolutely, I agree with you on that.
You should be able to tag anything at 100 yards at most, so it's a well-to-do weapon.
Absolutely, I agree.
Which of these special weapons gets the edge? Our experts are divided.
So, consensus?
I'm going with the dynamite.
I'm going with dynamite too. It's the fact this you can do a lot more damage and also distance. So.
Well, I'm a bit skeptical. I might go with dynamite, but my concerns are that the dynamite is too much stationary. Although the man with no name superbly and awesomely lit the dynamite up in a cigar.
The problem is, while the shotgun is a good weapon, the drawback on it is that you have to be close to your enemy to be able to do a lot of damage and kill. Because the closer you are, the more damage. The further you are, the less impact you'll make. So.
Yeah, I mean, if you're further than 50 feet, you might get killed. Anything within 50 feet is dead. Because the grouping's just going to tear you in two.
Exactly.
But if it's less than that, not enough pellets could hit you, can't do damage to the vital organs. Whereas the dynamite, the man with no name can throw the dynamite too. It's not like it's completely stationary. And there's 3 things you have to worry about. You have to worry about the blast, you have to worry about the flames, and you have to worry about the frag with the dynamite.
Yeah, absolutely.
That's a lethal 3-way combination. I don't see how any shotgun's going to be able to get past that.
I agree.
Given the fact that you can throw, I think I'm going to finally make my decision. I'm going to go with the dynamite.
Edge
dynamite.
Man with no name, dynamite.
Dynamite.
The man with no name gets the edge in special weapons with his dynamite. On the other side of the commercial break, our Western gunfighters test their mid-range metal.
Back to present ancient Chinese pantomime, just for fun of it, Jello Tonight. Back to present small Chinese type baby, waiting for dessert. Chinese mother bling baby Jello, famous Western delicacy. Poor Chinese baby. He unable to tell if this Jello is strawberry, raspberry, jelly, orange, lemon, lime, apple, black raspberry, black jelly, or grape. Jello come in all 10 flavors. Poor Chinese baby. But Chinese mother bling baby, great Western invention. Spoon. Spoon was invented for eating Jello. Baby find this is grape Jello. Deep, dark, delicious new flavor. Chinese baby very happy. So end ancient Chinese pantomime. Is pretty good commercial, no?
Back inside the fictional fight club, our experts are testing the weapons of the man with no name and Rooster Cogburn to see which is the deadlier gunfighter. Now they get set to test their mid-range weapons. The man with no name utilizes the Sharp's 1874 rifle, accurate and deadly.
Well, according to this, the 1874 sounds like an interesting weapon.
But is it accurate?
Should we go out to the range?
Let's see.
Let's go.
Alright. Man with no name. Fire it up!
Nice shot. Well, for a weapon that has a 500 yard, not bad. I think it can be used in snap.
Yeah, that's pinpoint accuracy right there.
Definitely in the vital organs, that guy would be dead.
Instant kill or instant crippling if you choose one of the limbs.
Unfortunately, the drawback, don't forget, it is a single shot, so...
True, but if you aim at a heart, with that accuracy, instant kill.
Absolutely. Nice. Well done, man with no name.
Rooster Cogburn responds with the Winchester Model 1892, rapid fire for killing bandits.
Well, I've heard a lot about a Winchester rifle back in my day, and I think this is going to do some pretty major damage.
Rooster's brought a classic Winchester, the gun that won the West. It's a 15-round clip, so he's got 15 shots with it, 44-40 round. Let's see what he can do with it. All right, Rooster, fire when ready on 3, 2, 1, go!
On your left!
Very impressive. Gunned them all down.
Impressive indeed.
Rapid rate of fire. I don't think this round is quite as damaging as the Sharps, though.
Although the continuous shooting is impressive, does it make a kill?
It should. I mean, with his accuracy, I mean, if it's not a single shot kill, it'll be a 2-shot kill. It's much more rapid fire than the Sharps, but it's range.
You better make that first shot more last.
Yeah, so I mean, very impressive round of fire. Well done, Rooster.
Which rifle gets the edge in this fight? Our experts are once again divided.
So, what's our verdict?
I'm going with the Winchester.
The problem is, the Winchester has that good, great damage it can do. The problem is, it's not the accuracy, it's the length of the shot you can make. The Sharps, I mean, he was there. man with no name was able to shoot that guy off the rope. So, I mean, that was great accuracy. It's not a pussy weapon, so...
I mean, neither of them are pissy weapons. I mean, Rooster's pretty accurate with his gun, too. The thing I see, though, is that Rooster's accurate enough where he can get that kill, even if it doesn't take a single shot, even if it takes more than one. He's accurate enough that he can get that kill, and he has 15 rounds to do it, whereas the man with no name only has one. And if the man with no name misses that round, he's in big trouble.
Indeed, but the thing is, if we cast away the weapon alone, the man, it cannot be as accurate with any regular average Joe. If it's with a man with no name, he can definitely get a kill. But if as a weapon alone, I'll go with a Winchester rifle because it's more it has more shots and
so if you
more maneuverable.
If you had to put if you put these weapons in the hands of each warrior, who do you think will get the edge at mid-range? That warrior with that weapon versus that warrior with that weapon.
Well, if we put a warrior inside the equation, I would go with the shark because he did shoot the rope from pretty far away, and if you aim at the heart or the head, even though if you're in motion, you still get a kill. And the man with no name can kill anyone before he even reaches 200 feet of him. So
it's fair enough.
I'm still going with shark. So I mean, it's a very close one, I'll say. Each one has their pros and cons.
So I guess the verdict is, despite my disagreement, the edge is with the sharks.
With the shark. But as I said, very close. You know, it's too close to call. But if I had to come in at one, I'll go with the shark.
If we have to put a pure skill inside the equation, it's shark.
The man with no name gets the edge at mid-range with the Sharp's 1874. Coming up, our Western gunfighters test their long-range weapons. Who will prevail? We return to the Fictional Fight Club for a new season of Deadliest Fictional Warrior, and we're starting the lineup with this question. If two classic Western heroes, the man with no name and Rooster Cogburn, were to duel to the death, who would come out on top? To help answer this question, we'll now test the warriors at long range. Rooster enters the contest with the Gatling gun, the ancestor of all Swiss cheese cannons.
So, the Gatling gun, the gun that changed everything.
Well, we better get out to the range for this one because we're about to see a lot of shit getting torn up.
Should we put on something to protect ourselves? You know, when we get a lot of blood.
We're not in front of the gun.
True.
Alright, Rooster, there are your targets set up over there. Go and show them what you're made of.
Holy shit. Well, definitely no one's coming out of this unscathed. Either you're dead or you're missing something.
It's kind of like Rambo's Medusa.
Oh yeah.
From last season. Much slower rate of fire, but still, you're putting lead down range at a fantastic pace.
Unfortunately, this is, like I said, the gun that changed warfare, so...
Well done, Rooster.
Now, excuse me, I'm going to go throw up now.
You're such a pansy.
The man with no name responds with the cannon. Let's start a war.
My only concern about the cannon is that it's only a single shot.
Yeah, I was at the Gatling gun and, you know, I'm going to wait to see it, but, you know, I already think I have my opinion, so.
Same here, but let's see what he can do.
Yeah.
And we don't name, fire! First, I want to tell you, it's amazing how things can light up that cigar.
Yes, I want to know who makes it when he gets it.
Now to more important matters. What he just did is simply amazing. I didn't expect that he could reload the cannon twice in such a short amount of time. And the damage was severe.
Oh, definitely, definitely. You know what? Anything in its way, it's going to turn to mush. You know what? If there's an arm right here, it's gone. Leg, gone. You know, in fact, you probably lose your head, you know, if you aim tight. So, you know what? My only question is, where did he get the cannon? I mean, the war's been over for a very long time.
My only concern is, can it match the Gatling gun?
We'll just have to see.
Who gets the edge at long range? Our experts are once again divided.
Alright, so what's on your mark, guys?
It was a close one. I mean, the cannon was very impressive. I mean, few people have the talent to do what the man with no name can do, but I'm going to have to go with Gatling.
And why is that?
Well, you have a lot more ammo that you can put down range, and that's the only real reason I'm going. That has the edge. So.
I mean, I think either of them are just as lethal if you hit.
The problem is, like I said, very few people can, or you know, it's the only guy with the man with no name can do it, but you know, very few people can put two cannons and get this shot out at one time. So,
I mean, the cannon does have longer range. It's just if the man with no name misses, or if the shot goes awry,
Or if it's out of range.
or if he's out of range, you know, Rooster can just crank that Gatling gun and just mow him down, turn him into Swiss cheese.
that's the, like I said, it's the only real edge I would give over the cannon. So.
It's an extremely close call.
Yeah, because I mean, then again, if you take a Gatling gun, you can basically turn the argument against him, because if the man with no name is out of range with a Gatling gun and he has a sniper rifle,
well, the Sharps would have a lot less range than the Gatling gun, so that's an unlikely scenario.
but I mean, yeah, but both are very, very unmaneuverable. So
Big clumsy weapon.
It's a first hit, first kill weapon, either of them, and it's just Rooster has more chances to hit and kill.
Mm-hmm.
So I think that's the only real reason.
So should we give them both the edge? Because they both have the same chance of hitting someone. They're both able to reload their weapon or shoot their weapons quickly.
I think that's fair.
I think we can't decide, so I think that's the only thing that's possible.
Mm-hmm.
I think, yeah, I agree. So
Even.
yeah.
Even.
At long range, the Warriors are even. Coming up, the tests conclude with the Warriors' short-range weapons.
Hey Rolf, have you ever noticed that the floor here looks like Yoshi eggs? You know, Yoshi, the character in Super Mario and Mario and N64, Super Nintendo? You never played it? Why did it take you so long to get here anyway? 2. I told you, 2 doesn't stop here. Take the A, take the C. Brucey, how are you, Bruce?
Who in the blue hell are you?
It's me, Rigid Ball. And he's my friend Rolf. You know Rigid Ball from the Science class, college. I used to be your roommate. None of you walk away from me, Bruce. Bruce, where are you going? Bruce! Get back here!
Pharmaceutical number 9, we can make you do crazy shit.
In the fictional fight club, we're getting close to deciding the deadliest fictional warrior. The man with no name, or Rooster Cogburn. At short range, both of our warriors use the Colt Single Action Army, the iconic pistol of the Old West.
Well, since they're both going to shooting the Peacemaker, I don't expect the results to be much different. I guess it's going to come down to who's trigger friendly.
You know, this is the first time we're testing 2 weapons at the same time.
You're right. It's the first time.
We'll get a beer later, but let's go see this.
Alrighty.
Alright, Rooster. Alright, man with no name. Show us.
That wasn't very impressive. Everyone is dead, all the targets are down. Both for the man with no name, and both for Rooster.
Definitely. You know what? If you get hit by a 45 slug, you're not going to have a nice day. So
yeah, and you better not install the mule of the man with no name, or else we're going to end up like one of these targets over there.
Mm-hmm. Oh, definitely. You know what? I'm not going to say anything to him. You know what? I'm going to stay away from him. So.
Good job.
Who gets the edge with short-range weapons?
While Rooster and the man with no name have the same weapon, the man with no name gets the edge due to the fact he's a lot more skilled and has a lot more feet. So edge, man with no name.
The man with no name gets the edge at short range. The tests are complete. Who will be the first deadliest fictional warrior of Season 2? Our experts gather to discuss their final predictions.
Guys, any final predictions?
I'm going with man with no name.
I'm going to go with the man with no name as well.
Sorry, you were going to say?
I was going to say, he's just shown overall more skill, and he has more powerful weapons, though Rooster has overall a greater rate of fire.
With the Gatling gun.
And the Winchester.
And he's more, technically more technologically superior, but as we have seen with Palpatine, technology does not really win the match. You have to have skills, and the man with no name has skills.
But then again, as we've seen with Daniel Craig, James Bond, technology can and does win the match. So it really all comes down to how you use that technology effectively.
And don't forget, man with no name. I don't think you saw him with the Colt 45. So
I mean, at short range, he just had the better skill.
Exactly.
So I think that Rooster needs to use that greater firepower to affect him. Stay on his toes, move around.
The question is, can he deliver?
And again, if he's in a duel with the man with no name, the chances of him coming out alive are very, very slim.
I'm not so sure about that. It's just they'll probably overall favor the man with no name.
I'm going with man with no name. So
I think I gotta go with the man with no name.
I have to go with the man with no name.
Well, let's simulate this battle, guys.
All right.
Coming up, the man with no name, Rooster Cogburn. The battle begins. Just when you thought it was safe to go to the bathroom.
Ow! Ow! Oh, fuck! Not again! Oh, God, my ass!
On June 15th, it seems that you just can't resolve your bowel movement issues.
I'm gonna miss the goddamn game! God damn it! Oh.
The Constipated Part 2.
Ah, that felt so good.
Rated D for diarrhea. Inside the fictional fight club, it's now time to decide the deadliest fictional warrior, the man with no name or Rooster Cogburn. The test began with special weapons, where the man with no name's dynamite was put up against Rooster Cogburn's greener coach gun.
At special weapons, I gotta give the edge to the man with no name. The dynamite is much more powerful. You have to worry about the blast, the flames, and the frag. It's much longer range, much more powerful. He'd have to get into very close quarters for that greener shotgun to be of much use. So even though it's somewhat stationary, edge, dynamite.
Edge, man with no name. At medium range, we tested the man with no name's Sharps 1874 against Rooster Cogburn's Winchester Model 1892.
Although the Sharps is only a single shot, its range is greater than the Winchester. Also, if the man with no name is behind the trigger, he can actually fire 2 rounds with the Sharps. So we give our edge to Sharps.
Edge, man with no name. At long range, we tested Rooster Cogburn's Gatling gun against the man with no name's cannon.
Due to the fact it was hard to decide which one had the higher advantage, both are even.
Edge, even. And at short range, both warriors tested their skills with the Colt Single Action Army.
Although both warriors had the same weapon, the man with no name had more skills. Hence, we had to give the edge to the man with no name.
Edge, man with no name. With all the tests completed and all factors considered, only one thing remains to be done. Clovis DesChelles with the battle simulation program.
It's good to be back with my state-of-the-art battle simulator. Now let's see who is the deadliest fictional warrior. so tops them all. The Man with No Name won the first Deadliest Fictional Warrior matchup. He had 503 kills. Now, Rooster had 497. Now, if you do your math, he won by 6 matches. It was very, very close. The simulation was incredible and intense. But the Man with No Name is the Deadliest Fictional Warrior. Congratulations.
Unbelievable, man. That was the closest matchup we've ever seen. 503 to 497, but somehow, someway, the Man with No Name won. Almost by a fluke, but in our studio, when you're dead, you're dead. Congratulations, Man with No Name, on a hard-fought victory. Very well done.
Wow. Man with No Name winning? What a hell of a way to start the new season. And look at it this way. This is the first time all of our predictions were correct.
Next time on Deadliest Fictional Warrior. Iron Man is one of the best prep timers in fiction. With his armor, he's known to conquer many a foe as one of Marvel's greatest and most popular superheroes. But what happens when this power armor meets the Bio Booster Armor Guyver? On an all-new Deadliest Fictional Warrior, Iron Man versus the Guyver.